Hi, Morgan. Let's talk. So, a while ago, I'm not entirely sure how long ago it was at this point, I shouted out Styxhexenhammer666 on my channel. I regret that now. I understand that at the time I did not know everything about him that I know today. This man, yesterday, June 18th, was convicted of domestic abuse battery. And I feel like I've betrayed my audience. I consider myself to be a feminist. I believe that women should have rights. And I suggested to people to watch the channel of someone who turned out to be a domestic abuser. And I feel like I've let my audience down. I understand that, the domestic abuse battery conviction came yesterday, and so, like, when I shouted out this channel, I didn't know that he would turn out to be a domestic abuser. But I feel still a sense of, like, betrayal, like I'm letting down women by, like, my poor judgment. I should not have recommended his channel. I understand that, like, sometimes in life we make decisions based upon the information that we had available at the time. And so I'm trying to cut myself some slack for that. I know that, like, people grow over time, people change, and, like, I'm not the same person that I was, like, a few years ago, essentially. Like, I've grown a lot. And, like, I know that, like, hindsight is 20/20, as the saying goes, but I still feel like I've made a huge mistake by suggesting that guy's channel. I want to make it clear, like, I support women's rights. I support abuse victims. Like, I really think that domestic abuse is wrong. It's wrong. No person, regardless of their gender, ever deserves to be abused. And I will link, like, the Pixel Project's website and, like, some domestic help hotlines in the description below. Like, I really feel strongly that it's important to stand up for people who are being victimized. Like, I'm a victim of seclusion and restraint. Like, I was a victim of seclusion rooms when I was a kid, and I understand what it's like to, essentially in a place that should be safe, a school, to be treated, like, horribly inhumanely and, like, as subhuman, and no one ever deserves to be endangered, like, in a place that they're supposed to be safe. And so, like, yeah, I feel awful that I essentially shouted out someone who turned out to be a domestic abuser, and I want to say I'm sorry. It was, in hindsight, in retrospect, that was a horrible decision to have ever shouted this person out. I didn't know at the time that he was a domestic abuser, but he's been convicted of domestic abuse battery, so to me, that's proof. Like, I'm kind of, like, laughing here to dissuade, like, just the pain that I'm feeling, but yeah, I feel trash. I feel trash, and it makes me kind of just, like, question my judgment of people. I feel like I'm, like, way too trusting of humanity after this kind of, like, bombshell came out. I don't know. I think the lesson here is, I guess, trust women. when like, if someone says that they're being victimized, I think we should listen to them, and really just, like, I think it's important to trust women. So yeah. No one ever deserves to be domestically abused. Take care. And I guess I hate that I'm, like, making this video on Juneteenth, which is supposed to be a day of celebration. Like, this is supposed to be a day for, like, celebrating emancipation and freedom and stuff. So, like, I hate that I'm, like, making this video today. I hope everyone stays safe and has a happy Juneteenth. Bye.